Welcome back in, everybody. That was a little bit of a longer break than we usually get, so hopefully everybody's had time to get something to eat, get something to drink, get yourself back ready for this second series of the day. And it is going to be Cybercats coming in up against PuckChamp. Both teams looking to get themselves a victory here. Cybercats, again, being taken down by Hydra. In the very first series of the event, 2-0 Hydra, again, looking really dominant, and PuckChamp taking a loss up against Sigma YNT, so PuckChamp and Cybercat, excuse me, both looking for that first victory to get them off the board and off the bottom of the table here. And good news for one team, somebody has to win it. Looking through, PuckChamp taking away the Lena and the Rubik, Broodmother and Beastmaster taken away here. You can see the bands coming in, the draft coming through here. Yeah, so the Brood and the Beastmaster being taken away from Cybercats, Tiny and Lesh being picked up for PuckChamp, and the train for Cybercats. Okay, so we know now, looking at this, it is going to be more than likely going to be the middle-ish rack, Tiny on that position 4. Meanwhile, the bat comes out for Cybercats.
Dire team ban.
Okay. It's... I mean, I've talked about this hero at length. Hydra made it look good, but in most team hands, the Bat Rider just doesn't look impressive. So we'll see here if Cybercats, if they've taken a lesson here. Even Warwick in that first series didn't look overly dominant on the bat to start off with. Did need the help of the rest of the teammates to catch up. So Cybercats here. Let's see what they can do with this Bat Rider pickup. Meanwhile, PuckChamp, they do get that Lash out. Again, good matchup up against the Bat Rider. You don't have to throw down the lightnings to slow him down if he's coming towards you with the Firefly. Split Earth there as well that does the exact same job. But Bat Rider with the Flame Break. Lesh, no major mobility in his kit. So we'll see how Bat Rider wants to deal with it. But once that Lesh gets that Bloodstone up, you know, there is a lot of sustain that comes through from the hero. So
10 seconds remaining.
We'll see how Cybercats want to play around. And again, Treant Protector, not the best hero to rotate into the mid lane. Because no real stuns. Only the Nature's Grasp and the Leech Seed for slows. I'm not the fastest hero in the world anyway. So yeah, if Cybercats need to put some lane pressure on, they need to go for something like the Hoodwink. That seems to come out in every single series that gets a good setup there with the Acorn Shot into the Bushwhack. And then you can look towards that Leech Seed, towards the Nature's Grasp. The Sticky Napalm slows as well. To get on top of the Lesh. But the Lesh
10 seconds remaining.
Has a good setup himself. The Tiny rotation in as well. That can come in from the Split Earth into the Abatos combo. It's going to be the Global Silence. Which does, you know, it's good at interrupting the fights. And I've spoken about this hero before. I'm surprised that there's no more teams looking for the, you know, to pick up this hero. You know, it be a more popular pick.
10 seconds remaining.
Because if the bat jumps in and tries to catch up with the lasso, you then get to nullify the follow-up with the Global Silence. Same with the Treant Protector, the blink into the Overgrowth. You know, Cybercat's picking up those 2 initiation heroes. Once the Treant has that blink, he could walk himself in with the Shard. A lot of Treants at the minute opting towards that Shard in the position 5, opting towards the Shard as that first big item. So, I mean, Cybercat's coming through a lot of reserve time for this next pick. The bans as well. We're seeing the Ursa go away, the Faceless Void go away, the Slarks being taken out, Doom Techies, and the Drow. Cybercats down to below 14 seconds now for this final, the third pick. I'm used to saying, oh yeah, through reserve time for this final pick, but burning through a lot of reserve time for these next couple of picks. It's going to be the Spirit Breaker and the Enigma. I'm seeing a lot of control to come out, but I'm not sure where the damage is going to come from. So Cybercats maybe looking for
remaining.
What, like a Terrorblade?
5 seconds remaining.
Or a Morphlin, something like that, that has a lot of, you know, high right-click damage to come through.
Pudge.
Pudge. Okay, PuckChamp just go right back for it. The Vanguard's going to be really nice here up against Cybercats because the Eidolons won't be able to do a whole lot of damage. And again, there's not a lot of burst on the side of Cybercats. There's not a lot that screams Pudge counter. So once that Pudge gets the Vanguard, has the Flesh Heap passive going, the Flesh Heap active going in these fights, What can cybercats do to burst him down? And again, if they pick an Enigma
10
into a
seconds
silencer,
remaining.
so they have to look
5
to get the
seconds
pickup with the Spirit
remaining.
Breaker or maybe the Bat Rider onto the silencer before the Enigma comes in with a Black Hole. Otherwise, the Global Silence just comes out. So I do like the lineup for
Dire
cybercats in a
team
vacuum.
ban.
But overall,
Radiant
I
team
think
ban.
PuckChamp have ways to deal with it. They're actually banning out the Ember as well, maybe thinking that the Lesh might slide into the offlane. With Pango going, Ember Spirit being taken down.
10
Let's see here.
seconds
Maybe they were
remaining.
just, because he didn't have a lot of reserve time left, maybe they were just thinking of what they wanted to
5
ban.
seconds remaining.
But again,
Dire team pick.
yeah, Lifesteal gets taken away. Good hero chunking down the Pudge. So Cybercats, what's it gonna be? Not a lot of carries left. Not a lot of popular carries left, but we have seen Luna's being picked up. You know, we're seeing heroes coming out of left field.
10
A
seconds
couple of Medusas
remaining.
in the Weavers as well.
5 seconds
So we'll see
remaining.
what do you want to be picking up here on the side of Cybercats with 10 seconds left to go. Again, I think you want something that does damage at a distance away from the Pudge.
Radiant team pick.
Shadow Fiend fits that mold. Being able to right click from the distance, you go for the Dragonlance there as well. You've got the razors to do a lot of damage. The Requiem can set up after the. If you do get a good black, imagine the 5-man black hole comes out. Imagine, because we probably won't see it.
10
But imagine it
seconds
does.
remaining.
And then you've got a Requiem to follow up for anyone that's still alive after that.
5 seconds remaining.
There is a lot of control on the side of Cybercats. I just don't know if they have the damage to get through PuckChamp. And again, for an offlaner, something like the Dragon Knight, maybe Snapfire.
Choose your hero.
Again, big chunky hero doesn't actually have to come in close to do its damage with the Mortimer Kisses. The Cookie that could come through. So this is the thing. I'm looking at PuckChamp's lineup. Cookie Stun, Hook, Dismember, Global Silence, Avalanche, Toss as well if you want to use that, and the Split Earth. Before the BKB for the Enigma, and this is what I was talking about from every other time we've seen the Enigma coming out. You know, if you don't rush that BKB, it doesn't matter if you get the initiation in, you've got the Greaves that offers the survivability. You just lose that black hole every single time. So Zeneca, maybe he does. I mean, the last one we saw went for Urn into Greaves. Just, it didn't work on the Enigma. I don't know what the actual win rate for the Enigma is, but it can't be that high. In fact, let's look it up. Because if it doesn't get that protection, even if it does, a Global Silence can still go through the BKB. Hook still goes through BKB. So there is some ways to answer through that, even if the Enigma does get that BKB out. So to me, Cybercats, if there wasn't a Silencer and a Pudge on the other side, I'd say this is a great lineup. They've got a lot of damage that comes through from the Shadow Fiend, the fight potential from the Spirit Breaker, to be able to get disrupted in the fights. Enigma gets a big black hole, and Treant Protector sets up with the Overgrowth as well. And Bat Rider even more with that lasso, can do a lot of damage over time with the Sticky Napalm going. The Firefly in the fights. But I'm looking at the lineup on the side of PuckChamp, and I'm just going, they've got the sustain. They've got 3 big tanky heroes in the Tiny, the Snapfire, and the Pudge. A lot of control coming out just from the Global Silence. Never mind the amount of damage he's going to be doing with the Curse, as well as the Last Word. So let's see how they're going to do. But first, guys, we will get ourselves into an advert from our sponsors over at EGB. So here it comes. Check it out, and then we'll get into the first game of the series.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
Welcome back as we get ourselves into this first game here between PuckChamp and Cybercats. And yeah, I think I'm going to back PuckChamp for this first one. I think the draft's a little better. You're not coming down to player skill or anything. I just think it might come down to the draft. Tiny at least. Quellenblade comes out from the Tiny, but he's not eating his The opponent's
30
trees. Actually
seconds
eating the
to
trees away
battle.
on his own side. So we'll see what they want to do. Because there's no invasion coming out. Bart Rider's in the mid lane. Looking for the body blocks. They've got a really nice ward as well on the other side of the map. You see it being pinged out here from the side of cybercats. So it might just be even rune trades. No major issues. I mean, if you look at the map, you see the Spirit Breaker. He is taking the long way round with the boots as well. Maybe going towards that Radiant Rune in their jungle. As the go goes. Yeah, Young G till the end, not moving themselves over. As JSV
The
might be
battle
setting up. I mean, the
begins.
hook's going to be there if he wants to throw that out. So either JSV gets pulled back or the rune does. Yes. No one wants to be caught out that way. So yeah, it's just going to be the 2-for-2 trade. And looking at the Division 2 stats for Eastern Europe, I don't think the... Anyway, how successful is he? Let's take a look when those stats loaded here. The bash comes out to Shigetsu, though, taking it a bit of harass in this bottom lane. Meanwhile, in the top lane, you can see that, again, the tree's just going to try and run down onto the Tiny. The Tiny trying to eat some trees here now as well. Alberca going for those raises first, so he's going to try and put the damage, but Malik just moves himself away from them. Coming out with the Scatter Blast, and that's something that Shadow Fiend, not a lot of health. As the tree does get tossed up. And Daniel's going to be able to get that D-Ward out. So Force Majeure, it's a lot of time wasted here. Daniel going to be chased down, Leech Seed coming through. But it does mean the tree needs to waste another sentry. And again, Daniel, big tanky boy here, still got half his health left. Mango to take him if he needs it. 5 tangos. As Force just carries on chasing, the lane will push in favour between the tier 1 and the tier 2 from Daniel. So Leech Seed does come through. So it looks like Force Majeure just going to be looking for some last hits and contesting, yeah, trying to take the XP away from Daniel. But the lane's pushing through, so it's going to be Snapfire left out in no man's land. As you can see that Malik is going to be coming back, and the tree's actually got to be a little bit careful here. Level 2, the toss comes back underneath that tier 1 tower. That Scatter will have to slow down as well. The cookie comes out, and the tree goes down. Really well played. He maybe could have got that last hit there, but Malik not going to be over-complaining about getting the kill onto the tree in lane, and then just equalising the lane now again. And again, forcing out another sentry to get the D-Ward in the camp. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Jiro Jr. taking some harass from Young G. So, looks like the young kids in this mid lane going to have a play about between each other here. The Junior and the Young. But how's it looking? Both even in terms of last hits. Slash has one more, but that's easily rectified here. So yeah, Force trying to get the pull through on this hard camp, the big camp through the trees. And the creeps will pull through because Force just be able to eat that tree, get the vision on, to keep the aggro out. But Daniel comes back for the pull. With the Nature's Grasp being up, can they interrupt here at the bottom lane? How is Shigetsu looking on the pudge? Straight in for the Vanguard. No qualms on that pickup. Even getting a couple of denies here. JSV, what's he gone for in terms of hook into the rock? Yeah, okay. JSV would be able to get the charge away. Zeneca might be a little bit tricky for him, but it looks like it is going to be into the Greaves here with the Buckler coming out. Energy booster coming out in terms of boots soon. Yeah, what's coming through on the Courier as well? It's just going to be the brown boots, so close to the mana boots. H2O, how's he looking? No, actually got the point into the glaive. So the stun out, hook's going to miss. And now the charge onto Shigetsu, but Shigetsu, again, big tanky boy. Not really going to bow down to the harass coming out from the side of Cybercats in this lane. As Jess, all he can really do is hang around the side. Take the harass out from the silencer. And yeah, he can't get him close up to the purge because the purge, again, tanky hero, a lot of regen. And what do? You charge in and you need to walk yourself away. So the charge actually onto the creep. But top lane, Avalanche, where's the cookie for the stun? Scatter Blast now as well to follow up. Doesn't use it just yet. It's Daniel, they've taken some damage. Daniel Just needs to be careful because the Nature's Grasp, he's going to go down. Yeah, the raised right click, anything like this, just to secure the kill. It's actually the creeps that get it. Daniel able to dance himself around there, and no secure coming through from the Shadow Fiend. So Scatter Blast not used. Malik taking some harass. The Nature's Grasp comes out again. A lot of damage onto the Snapfire. Further Tango. Oh, what's on the courier? It's actually Lesh's courier. So at least Shadow Fiend with this Tiny being down here, they're going to be able to get some denies. There's been 2 kills, and technically neither team have actually secured them. It's been the creeps of the tower. So, yeah, no hero MVP so far in this game. It's actually going the way of
Dire are scanning.
the additional units from both sides. But Malik taking a lot of range damage coming through. He has those mana boots, so it looks like the Snapfire, you know, you're not going to be seeing the mid Snapfire with the boots of travel looking to get aggressive, anything like that. It looks like it could potentially be the Greaves for the Snap, as meanwhile back in the bottom lane. D-Ward coming out here from H2O. Some harassment to Jess with the first hit bash now as well. So the Eidolon's rotating over. A second one in 3? Somebody check that man's RNG button. It's supposed to be 17%, not 70%. She does get that D-Ward. Ow! Till the end. Was he going to go to the... Well, the charge comes out now mid lane. Split Earth. Batrider, Chira Jr. taking a lot of damage here. Young G with the regen from that wand. Not opting for the bottle. Actually went for the mana boots first. So the wand into the mana boots for the sustained damage. I wonder if he does actually go back for the bottle. As Chira Jr. bottle is out. Potentially... It's just straight into the boots of travel, actually. These iron branches for the stats. Meanwhile, mid lane rotation. Daniel, does he get the toss back? The stun, anything? Avalanche is going to be the toss right up into the earth. Split Earth. It's going to connect. And now, Young G's going to be able to run him down. The flame break comes through here. But do they have the damage to finally get a hero kill on this Force Majeure? He's going to be the target coming through with this Pulse Nova. Was that lightning? They don't have enough in Jess V. He actually gets that rotate in now. So Young G, until the end, they have to back themselves away. Jess V did get himself a double damage rune. Not able to capitalize off that. But this aggression in the mid lane, it doesn't look like it's over here as Till the End gets himself a D-Ward. Okay, so both teams just going to play away from this now. They get the aggression off, they don't secure the kill on either side. It looks like Force just going back up, going towards what looks like could be the Force staff with the fluffy hat now as well. There's Pudge. Ring of Health's out. Is that... It is. It's the full Vanguard coming in 7 minutes in here. Pudge is going to be picking it up. Zeneca. How's he looking on farm? Not awful. It's not awful. But he's a bit behind the bat. The Snapfire's a little bit further ahead as well. He does have the body blocks with the Eidolons as well. So it's a little bit harder for Shigetsu to get these hooks off as top lane. Alberca taking some harass. From the creeps of all things. So yeah, we'll see. Daniel's right underneath the ward as well, so they're not going to be able to get this initiation. And Daniel, even if he walks himself in, forced in the trees. Actually, the Multiple Kiss is top lane. They're trying to go for this kill here. The toss comes out, and Alberca in a lot of trouble. The Multiple Kisses still start to fall, but they actually turn it around onto Daniel. Really good setup to get that kill with the Nature's Grasp, because the Tiny doesn't have a blink to initiate. Only got brown boots here, so can't run himself away once that Nature's Grasp starts to come out, and Alberca gets those razors off. Gets the kill onto the Tiny.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, mid lane, Jess V. It's actually going to be the Arcane Rune here, and again, Spirit Breaker not really going to be able to capitalize on this. Or maybe you might be able to with a charge up to the top lane. But Malik not showing just yet. Odds between the two teams. It is close. PuckChamp are the close favourites. But it's not a massive gap between the two. You see cybercats are on 2.3 and the 1.5 for PuckChamp. So PuckChamp a little bit in the favourites, maybe because of the draft. But not a major difference between the two teams. Shigetsu just continues to farm. Top lane though. Do they want to actually go into Malik? Malik's trying to find the last hits, not overcommitting as well. There's going to be the rotation behind, though. Look at this. The backstab coming through from 3 heroes in the smoke. PuckChamp, they're setting up. The ward goes down. And they get the vision. Alberca underneath the tier 1 tower. They're backing themselves away. Okay, not going to go for it. Smoke breaking. So not going to go for the players. Young G just looking towards the stack. Protection coming over till the end's going to be here. Level 4 on him. Daniel's close now as well. Jess, just as the arcane room wears off. You want to get the chase down. Actually going to go onto Daniel, but there is going to be the Tumbler's Toy. So a little bit of a gap being created here, and Jess just turns his back. Backs himself right up. Till the end. He's able to move himself away. They do get something from these stacks. Till the end, hanging around, looking for the XP to steal away from the bat. Charge onto Young G, but that just gets Jess into the mid lane. He is looking for that quick 6. And with the... yeah, you don't want to get onto the train reel. You want the Nether Strike coming out from Jess. And the Tome should be up in the next second or so. We'll see what he brings in on his courier. Whether he does want to grab that, he does. He does. Spirit Breaker is going to hit the quick 6 till the end. Did they want to give it over to him or the Tiny? Tiny's only level 3.5. Not having a great time here, this Tiny.
Dire are scanning.
Bottom lane. Oh, did they make this move happen? The TP's coming in from left, right, and center now as well. A lasso onto the Pudge, but the Pudge, big tanky boy. Gatsby, only level 4, no level 6 just yet. No Nether Strike. Another ultimate kisses. They start to rain down. They're going to be able to get 1. Can they get 2 out of this? Gatsby trying to run himself away, but he get the kill onto Cheer. The hook. No, he's not going to be able to get himself back. Waiting arms into the scatter blast, into the kill. They do lose the silencer, but they pick up 3 here. And PuckChamp, great TPs in. And the save Shigetsu. Not only do they save Shigetsu, they turn that fight right on its head. Look at the recap though. Multiple kiss damage over 1,000. 1,000 on the Pudge, nearly 1,000 on the Lesh. Meanwhile, the big damage coming through on the Batrider onto the Pudge wasn't enough to get the kill. So Shigetsu just to be able to sustain with the Dismember. Meanwhile, the mid lane. It looks like Young G moving himself away. JSV here for the defense, but Mark's going to be close to. They want to go for the jump. JSV, though, pops that bulldoze, so he is going to be able to get that status resist in case the Avatar, the cookie came through. JSV, he was waiting for it. He was ready. He got those quick fingers out. Silence now. This should be his level 6 after this creep. Global to be given. And, yeah, playing away from the Enigma. Enigma didn't even get the black hole off in this fight, and he's going to be going towards those Greaves as well. Young G, Chira, this is going to be the charge. Do you want to try and turn this one around? No lasso for the next 18 seconds.
What is this?
Do they give this now? This time Chira is going to be able to bottle it. Maybe not, actually. I thought Jasmine was going for a 3rd consecutive rune here, but he might actually make another move onto Shigetsu. Shigetsu going to be scouted out. 3 heroes. The lasso up again in 2 seconds. Charge to connect. Nether Strike this time is available, but he dodges around. So playing ring around the rosy here, Shigetsu. Jasmine just going to charge into the mid lane onto Young G, but Young G has 2 heroes protecting him. So it is just going to be looking to get the defense, I guess, into this mid lane tower. Not overextending. As again, the protection being offered from the Lash would have mean it would have been suicide to complete that charge.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
How's he looking
attack.
at? He went for the Yule Scepter first. It does make sense. Usually you don't see the Yule Scepter coming out for the Lash until a little bit later on. He wants to like barrel down towards that Bloodstone, but with the being, you know, the black hole, the charge coming through from the Spirit Breaker, even the Requiem coming through before the BKB comes out from the Shadow Fiend, which is still going to be a ways away. The chase coming out though. Did they actually get onto Jasvi? Batrider's going to be here. Just going to go for the lasso. There's going to be the Yule Scepter coming through. Young G, the setup, Ultimate Kisses, Global Stance comes out. And now they're going to be able to get the lockdown onto the Batrider, get the kill. Even the Ultimate Kisses raining down a little bit further. The toss out force trying to do what they can with the overgrowth. The black hole. They're going to be able to. Yeah, they do. They get it out now as well. The Requiem comes through. The global is used early. And Alberca gets himself a double for that. The hook not in range. Only level 1 on the hook as well. So not a lot of damage there. Oof. Is all I can say. The raise is coming through the Requiem of Souls. That extra damage here from the Shadow Fiend. What a fight. And that global stance being down. I think the cookie was down as well, so they couldn't get an interrupt. So he finds the opening. But now, bottom lane, what can they do? Shigetsu going to be charged. Midnight Pulse has been dropped. A lot of damage coming out onto the Pudge. Pudge trying to run himself away from this one. Does he have a sustain to come through on this? No, but Danielle on the back line's Avalanche. It's not going to be in time, and now cybercats starting to take over a little bit. The other wants to push in. The toss comes back, though. With Chira coming through, the Firefly to the catch. Actually doesn't even need to use the lasso. Can just carry on chasing down here, yeah. And taking Danielle down with the Firefly. The sticky napalm. And now that charge. Your Scepter comes out. Young G, the cookie, they at least get the turnaround kill. That's going to be some intelligence being stolen here as well by the Silencer before he goes down, trying to sustain with the wand. But it's on cooldown once again. He should go down, and they're going to be able to clean up. Absolutely taking everybody down there on the side of PuckChamp. Only Malik gets out alive. So cybercats to get this tier 1 tower. And all of a sudden, they're the first to 10 kills. 3k gold swing in their favor now as well. At 15 minutes in, this is where the shards start to come out. You know, a great little bonus gold for Force just before the shard timing. So now instead of being like 600-700 away, he's only going to be about 200 gold, easily picked off the next couple of camps. Chira as well. The Boots of Travel into the BKB. He's going to be close to that Mithril Hammer if he wants it. And Alberca. Was that his Dragonlance complete? Yeah, it was. So Dragonlance into the BKB. He already has that Mithril Hammer for the extra damage as well. Hook, we get the connect onto the Midnight Pulse. Is going to be dropping. He should still be able to get the kill. Overgrowth comes out. Was that toss forward though onto Shigetsu? Actually not going to look for it because the Midnight Pulse doing a whole load of damage there with the Eidolons. So don't actually get the kill. Onto the Enigma. Meanwhile, Young G just continues to push out the top lane, and again, and once he goes towards the Bloodstone, already has the energy booster because of the boots, probably splits those off. I might expect a quick Voodoo Mask as PuckChamp. What are they going to be able to find here? Where's that cookie comes in? Avalanche to close the gap. Chira, the Avatos comes through. Mortimer kisses onto the Batrider with a double damage rune now as well. Do they have enough to get the kill? Chira's trying to fly himself around with the Firefly. The Greaves comes out the heal, and it looks like cybercats, they might be able to turn this on their head again as the Nether Strike comes through onto Daniel. And now the charge. Malik down to the low ground. The hook to drag him back into safety. But a really good, again, another really good turnaround with those multiple kisses being used. It pulls the aggro away from Young G while he takes down this tower. But they wanted that kill, and they just weren't able to get it on the Batrider.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, top lane. Living Armor does come through. The Fleet Wave's going to be here now as well with Young G. With the Diabolic Edict, should rip through. The Living Armor delays it for like a second, which every second counts in Dota, is what I'm told. But yeah, for now, it is just going to be that tier 1 being given, I guess, for the kill onto the Tiny. Not a bad trade on its own, but you've got to look at the circumstances around you. They were pulling that aggro down. As Shigetsu, not too far away now from the full Ags on the Pudge. 50 gold or so. That's no issues here. In fact, he's just going to do it through the camp now. Zenika's got to be careful. Did they have the ward to see him? It doesn't look like they do. So no, she gets dragged back with the hook. But that is going to be the gold with the clarity coming out as well, just for Shigetsu to get himself to the Ags. 3 on smoke here from cybercats. Where are they going to go with this, though? Jess V. Not too far away from the Shadow Blade as well. It's going to be the Shadow Blade into the Ags, it looks like here, for the Spirit Breaker. As they do group up, looking for this fight. Who can he find? Who's going to be getting the jump? Batrider has that lasso. Does he have a blink dagger? He doesn't. So the cookie comes out, actually gets the stun. Any follow-up from that? It's just going to be the curse into the last word now as well. But no hook because the creeps are in the way. Backline to hook. This time Alberca. He's going to be dragged in. Was that black hole to come through? Global stance being held. Maybe learned the lesson a bit here. And Greaves for the heal. So again, good sustain. But always use tiny level 8. No points into the tree grab or the grow. They might actually get the catch out onto Daniel. They do.
Dire's middle
Quick
tower
cleanup here
is
as
under
well.
attack.
That mid lane tower will be healed up. Shigetsu's just away. Shigetsu's just like,
Radiant's middle tower
I'm out of
is
here.
under attack.
This ain't my
Radiant
problem.
structures are
And the
fortified.
chase down onto... Does Tildean get himself away? There is going to be the sentry down as well. They might have just seen... They did. They saw Force Majeure peek himself out of the trees. The cookie comes in. Was that reveal? Scans blast onto the tree. And the damage to follow up.
Radiant's middle
Mortimer
tower
Kisses
is
is going to be dropped with the Greaves though. Is this going to be another kill? I don't know if the Mortimer Kisses, after that first one, if they've got a kill with this just yet. And the cookie comes in to try and close the gap. Scatterblast, it's not going to be enough. Can't get the kill that way. And the tree does get out alive. How's Alberca looking? That BKB complete, going towards
Dire's
Hurricane
middle
Pike.
tower is under attack.
You can see he's susceptible without a Yule Scepter or anything like that. Any Force Staffs. He's susceptible to being caught out, especially with the hook as well. That drag back, even with the Yule Scepter. So he wants that Hurricane Pike just in case he does get hooked in. So he can immediately break that out, make sure he doesn't get dismembered and locked down. As Daniel, level 8. Oh, he's so poor though on the level 8. Just feel sorry for this lad. 4400 build. He's only got himself brown boots, a tumbler's toy as well as at least he's got himself the Philosopher's Stone. So that's going to be quite nice for his catch up. If he ever does catch up. Yeah, Zeneca just continuing to take the aggression off this top lane. D-push it out, even with the catapult coming in. You've got those Eidolons for that D-push.
Illusion!
JSV hanging around to make sure there's no shenanigans, no funny business.
Dire are scanning.
Did he want to smoke up again? Because there is going to be a rotation coming through from the Pudge in the part of the map. Bart Rider's not close. Bart Rider, how far away from me is he? Not going towards the blink. Really? What's he got? It's going to be an Aether Lens. Okay, so he wants that extra grab. The extra grab range. And now he's going to have it. Yeah, so the BKB is out, so he's not going for that blink. Okay. I suppose he has the initiation to come through enough from the train as well as the Enigma and the Spirit Breaker. So he's not too bothered about actually getting in there himself, but he does want that longer range grab.
Under attack.
The Octarine Core is going to be nice for reducing the cooldown on it as well. As Alberca just continuing to push down this bottom lane here, taking the tier 2 tower, no real contest. He has that Hurricane Pike now as well. It's a really nice pickup for the Shadow Fiend. Shigetsu just continues to farm. He wants that BKB, and I think that's the timing that PuckChamp wants to hit. BKB's for... In fact, it's going to be the Lotus for the Snapfire, but the BKB
How about I do this?
for the Pudge. And Lesh, going to be the Plate Mail. So what's that extra protective armor? Mid lane though, the drag back comes out. The hook, is it going to be able to keep till the end? No, the overgrowth comes out. The lasso, the drag back, the cookie gets a stun onto the Bat Rider. They do clean up the silencers, so there's going to be no global silence creep come out. Force Majeure does split up, it lands onto 2, and now those Mortimer Kisses, they're going to start to stack up the damage now as well. Alberca, even through that BKB, wants to throw out the Requiem. Here comes through now the Yule Scepter though, onto the Lesh. He's trying to go for the TP, anything the hook. It does get the disrupt, and Alberca, the drag back, they get the kill. They take down 4, and it only costs them the silencer, even taking down Force Majeure's courier. And now they can even push in onto that tier 1 in the mid lane. Ooh, how quickly can they do this? Look at that damage stacking up from the Pudge. 4k damage, nearly 4.5k. Doing the same on the other side with the Enigma with that Midnight Pulse. Oh no, it's not stacking up right. It was that was onto the
Dire's middle tower is
yeah,
under
weird.
attack.
The UI just maybe bugged a little bit because that was onto the Shadow Fiend. With that 4k damage to the Queen, the razors coming through. But
Radiant's
I mean, they
top
didn't
tower
take
is
down
under
the tower. The
attack.
Living Armor does come through. What level is that on the Living Armor as well? Level 4? So yeah, it takes a long time to get through this tower with these heals coming out. And you can see that the tower is just recuperating the bonus armor as well. Even with that little shredder, it is hard to take it down. Both teams just hanging back. How is the Pudge looking? The Pudge has the BKB up. It is going to be a fresh one as well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Wants to go towards the Shivas. The slowdown, the protection offered for the rest of his team, but the slowdown there as well because Shadow Fiend, Mask of Madness. So just being able to disrupt the sustain coming out for Alberca. Yeah, he's not really a Skadi builder as well, is he, the Pudge? Charge comes through. They do see Daniel, but it could be a little bit of trouble to get the bash out onto the Pudge now. Starting out this fight. Flamebreak comes out. They've separated the Tiny but the Tiny. With that Force Staff, do they have enough to get the kill? The Cookie comes out. The Greaves for the heal. And now the chase is on back lines, though. They do get the lockdown. Firefly, Midnight Pulse, Shigetsu, what can he do? The Requeen's going to be used, but again, they have that lockdown with the Overgrowth and Pudge taking a lot of damage. BKB will use, and Shigetsu tries to get himself out. The Cookie to help out. They have the reveal. Do they have the damage, though? BKB for Chira, and Chira gets the chase down. Shigetsu doesn't connect with the hook. They do finally get a kill onto the Spirit Breaker, but there goes the Global coming out over the Black Hole, and Daniel is going to be cleaned up. Alberca securing himself a double. 3 all in here for the side of Cybercats, and now they can march themselves into the pit if they want to. And they're going to be able to. Daedalus being queued up for Shadow Fiend now as well. The damage coming through. Look at these crits anyway. Thanks to the Crystallis. How quickly they're going to chunk through Roche. Silencer. I don't know what you're planning here, but multi-kisses are down. The Cookie comes out. It's a little bit too early, though, until the end. He's waiting. He's trying to do his best. Does he get the snatch? He does. He gets it with the Glimmer Cape. Of all things, they are going to be able to immediately clean up onto the Silencer. But that was a big timing with the Aegis to be able to get a bit more of an advantage on the side of Cybercats. And all of a sudden, Silencer takes it away from them. So the tips are warranted. And yeah, you can see here the favor tipping on the side of Cybercats here, 1.29 compared to the 3.1 of PuckChamp, so EGB. Reversing those odds, excuse me. Reversing the odds. And showing that Cybercats at the minute are the favourites to go ahead in this first game. The Young G, how is he looking? Just that casual plate mail up here with the Bloodstone. Do they get the charge out? Do they have the vision? They might do. They do with the ward. So the wraparound comes to make sure that no one's standing behind him now as well. Young G, he's going to be charged on. The Yule Scepter comes out. Split Earth to follow. Not with the Flame Breaker's not. And now where's the rest of his team? The lasso, the drag back here. Does he have that sustain with the Bloodstone? How much has he got? He's going to try and live for a little bit longer. But he does eventually get caught out, and now the jump can come through. You have the vision on the rest of the team. We can catch up and charge again. Silencer trying to drop that curse, but it's not going to be enough until the end. He's going to be slowed down by the ball when the multiple kisses start to rain in. But in the end, they just say, let's leave him. We can only do so much. We can't save everybody. And he couldn't save till the end, though. While that's going on, Shigetsu is still farming the top lane, going towards that Shivas. But yeah, no, Cybercats, they are finding the control, they're finding the damage. I was wrong in the draft. They do have a lot more to offer them in this game than I thought they would have. PuckChamp just not able to find the position in it, I don't feel. And Cybercats with that control, it's just, they're ripping through heroes at the minute.
Is under attack.
We'll see how it goes when the Pudge gets a little tankier. You know, there's the, I assume the BKB for the Lesh. It's actually going to go for the Sanjin Kaya. Yeah, net worth-wise, Cybercats in control. It looks like every roll. In fact, they're going to be able to get the jump out here, though, on the side of PuckChamp. Do they get the kill? It is only going to be onto the Treant, but they do still get the kill. So that's going to be nice. That's at least nice for the side of PuckChamp. Anything they can grab is going to be better than nothing here. As the Shadow Fiend going towards the Satanic How's the Pudge looking in terms? He's got the plate mail out. Has he got something flying out to him as well? It is. It's actually going to be the Blink Dagger. So putting the Shivas on hold for the minute. Actually wants to go for the Blink engage as Young G's going to be the furthest one forward. The jump in, the hook back. It actually connects onto a creep. So they get the kill. They were baiting with Young G. And now Shigetsu's going to be in control now as well. Do they have the control? The creeps comes through as well as that Molten Cookie. For the damage Shigetsu, he has to pop that BKB. The physical damage from the Shadow Fiend, though, he can still be chased down. Multiple kisses are going to rain. But now Shigetsu's BKB, it was off the charged target. Onto Daniel, the Blink control dismember now as well, the Pudge. It does get disrupted. Can they go for any more? Any more for any more? Shigetsu, Flame Break, the Overgrowth. They have the lockdown. They have the physical damage to take down the Pudge and even the Tiny. With this double damage rune on Alberca, they just rip through the side of PuckChamp. So, ooh, till the end. Any force staffs, anything like that? Nah, till the end. Gonna be able to get himself away. Just walks himself back up to the high ground.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant
Young G
structures are fortified.
might try and step up here again. No Aegis, but it looks like Alberca. He's got the confidence. He wants to walk himself in. Who's got the gem? Anybody? Nobody? No, it's on the Barrett. Okay, Barrett holds that gem. But yeah, look at this. With no Pudge for the next 23 seconds, Fortification comes out. But they're going to be able to take a lane of racks. Or do they? I mean, there's still no Pudge for 16 seconds, but they do back themselves away. Maybe just happy with the tier 3. You're pushing with the Eidolons. There is going to be the clear up, though, with the Avalanche. Scatter Blast to come through. So you just take down the tier 3. A little bit of damage. A lot of damage, actually, onto that range racks. But for now, it is just going to be cybercats, not overextending, just backing themselves up, making sure they don't get caught out and picked apart there with the advantage that they do have. 13k in the 30 minutes. They are looking comfortable at the minute. They are looking real comfortable.
Gold for me.
As how's Young G looking? So he has that Sanj up, extra survivability, the status resist isn't bad either. Health regen, lifesteal,
Radiant
yeah,
are
okay.
scanning.
I mean, it's magic lifesteal, right? With the blood pact. Yeah, spell lifesteal, so he has to wait on that Kaya still. And it's not just overall. The last one comes back. They get the grab as well. The blink in, but the charge was there from Jessby. They're going to be able to take down to Alberca with another double kill. Look at this, the godlike spree here. And Alberca, he has that Satanic up. Net worth-wise, 6,000 ahead of the Pudge.
Radiant's middle
And this
tower
Pudge
is
wasn't really
fortified.
pressured in the game to start off with early on, having the run of the lane. And it looks like cybercats, they're going to be able to come in. The buyback comes out from Daniel. The hook now, did he get the grab? Did he have enough to get the kill here as well with the BKB? The Satanic coming out. The damage here with the right clicks from the Shadow Fiend. Shigetsu forced to pop his own BKB. Lotus on top of him. He just go back to hitting the tier 3. From the low ground though, but Alberca, his BKB is down. What can they do? Chira, looking for that blink, no lasso for the next 15 seconds. And yeah,
Radiant's
cybercats,
middle barracks
they're
is
clearing off
fortified.
lane. Did they actually push down to the bottom lane now as well? Malik's Scatter Blast comes out once again, but Alberca gets the range, gets the melee. He's absolutely cleaning up here. 16, 1, and 5 on the Shadow Fiend, and I don't know what PuckChamp can do to shut this down.
Dire's
Shout out to not
bottom
having the
tower
massive
is under
impact I
attack.
thought he was going to have in this game. You see his net worth down right low at the bottom. In fact, the Philosopher's Stone pounced over from the Tiny
Dire are scanning.
to Till the End, so Till the End can get a couple of these items out. But all he's got is the Glimmer Cape and the Brown Boots. Yeah, okay. They're going to go for a smoke into the jungle. Who do they find? Blink forward now as well, but Chira's already away. The Treetop comes out. Dismember on the back lines. It's only going to be onto an illusion here, and now Tiny's going to go down. The chase is out. What can he do? Who's going to catch? Blink Dagger worth to reveal with the sentries to get the drag back on Shigetsu. And again, the right-click damage. Alberca is ripping through the flesh heap of the Pudge. He's just tearing them apart, making sure he's going to need those stitches here. And again, Till the End, just the force staff, the cleanup. This is so good here from the side of cybercats. This is so clean. The way they're executing these fights, finding these pickoffs, finding the control. And finding the kills.
Radiant's top tower is
And now,
under
yeah, they're
attack.
looking for that last tier 1. They're looking for the last tier 3. Never mind the
Radiant's
tier
top
1. The tier
tower
1
has
does fall. The
fallen.
Daedalus for the Shadow Fiend. The damage coming out here. I think he wants a Hex. Is that... Oh, what's his courier? What got delivered? Actually, okay, it's going to be the
Radiant's top tower is
Arcane
under
Blink?
attack.
Yeah, Arcane Blink. I can remember that without checking. I'm smart. SMRT. As Alberca just continues to push down this tier 2, and again, PuckChamp just don't
Radiant's
want to look
top
to
tower
contest.
has fallen.
Roche is going to be a big one before the man's back in his pit. A minute and a half here. The Shadow Fiend just gets closer and closer to the Arcane Blink. Only, what, 900 gold, 800 gold away from completing on that. So it is going to be a really quick one here for the Shadow Fiend after this Daedalus comes out. That's just right back into this next item.
Look out for fallen rocks.
Buybacks, how are they looking? PuckChamp on the Punch the Silencer and the Snapfire. So if they do fight around this pit, I mean, if they can get a good couple of grabs. But you can see that cybercats looking to protect this high ground, waiting for the Roach to come back up.
Radiant
Not
are
overcommitted. Not trying to force anything out.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Just hanging around, just making sure that if PuckChamp try and take this high ground back, they are going to pay for it. As yeah, the Shadow Fiend with the Arcane Blink up now. How is the Tiny looking? Force that for him. Going to be a ways away from it. As Young G just continues to farm with the lightning. On the bottom lane, Malik maybe trying to bait something with the Pudge being close with the Blink, but nobody's coming to push out this lane. Roshan 14 seconds away. You can see that all of cybercats, they're hanging around this pit. Yeah, PuckChamp now.
Radiant's top tower
Smoke
is
coming
under
out.
attack.
Shigetsu's still here though on the bottom lane. As the smoke comes out from the side of cybercats, they're looking to find somebody before this Roach comes up. The big man though,
Radiant's bottom
he's going to be back, and I
barracks
think the
are under
Batrider
attack.
just saw it. You will see it with the sticky napalm. Cybercats just straight into this
Dire's
pit.
bottom tower is under
All the
attack.
way in here. And PuckChamp not going to be able to contest onto this. They are going to be giving up the shard. He gives that to Alberca. He doesn't already have this. He has 2 items here as well. Swapped out, so yeah, immediately picks up that shard. The boots go back in.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And he can once again look for this push down here. The mid lane, the racks are gone. You see Force self-cliffing himself there. Just doing his best RTZ impression. Looking to see if anyone comes up to D-Ward, anyone comes up to try and reclaim that high ground. He would have been there with the overgrowth to jump in as well from that blink dagger. And now the smoke. What can he do? Cookie comes out already from Malik. He's trying to clear this wave, but Alberca this time with the Aegis. Was that toss back? He's actually stunned up. They don't. Danielle is not going to be able to get the toss back, and now they jump in. They even get the lockdown onto Lesh. Lesh shields have to try to keep himself alive. Once that requirement will come through here, and the fear, the damage. Alberca.
Radiant structures are
Another
fortified.
good double kill coming through, and he can just go carry on right-clicking. Okay, that's going to pop the Aegis for the charge. Now they know where Shigetsu is. They were ready for this. Queen is down, but again, the BKB, the Hurricane Pike here for the Shadow Fiend. They want to carry on going. They want to carry on doing the damage. They want the Magus. The hook, no. Again, hook blocked by a pre-pierce. Shigetsu tries to get that blink in, but the charge Midnight Pulse doing the damage. It's going to be able to rip through the punch, and Shigetsu. One more right click. Alberca gets the kill. He has to buy back for the rest of the team. Not available for him. A Silencer, the only one with the buyback. This is going to be another lane of racks. They can move down. They can go for Magus. In fact, Cybercats, I would be very surprised if they leave this base at all. With this advantage they've got. The jump in, the blink, it's going to miss. The blink away from Alberca. He saw the blink coming up. Disarm from Malik, though. Is it going to be enough? The charge comes through. Cookie stopped in mid-air. There's going to be the blink hit. Daniel looking going to be stunned once again. They get the kill. Shigetsu. He comes in, but the overgrowth, he's going to be locked down. Even with the BKB, even with the Lotus Orb, the dismember the global silence, it's not going to be able to keep him alive. Even with that black hole going down, it was just enough to stop the dismember. And now the raises come through. This is going to be GG. Game number 1 going the way of Cybercats. And yeah, PuckChamp, they just never really got in it. 14 to 35, so they did get themselves a couple of kills over the game. But cybercats, once they got the space for Alberca to find the farm on the Shadow Fiend, you know, once he got that time and space, once the Shadow Blade out and Spirit Break was making a move, again, strongest caster curse in the business here, right here. And PuckChamp, yeah, I was looking forward to seeing Malik being able to push in, but the control coming out, Daniel, every time he jumped in, he was just getting killed off. Shigetsu, he hit so many creeps with his hooks, or he got hooked. He got blocked when he was trying to go for those hooks so many times. And the control that they had, I like that black coat at the very end there as well. He knew the global silence was coming out, but it just stops that dismember. It means that they can get the kill into Shigetsu, and they can look to end the game. So cybercats, first game of the series, they are up, and Alberca 25-1. That is a KDA if I ever saw one there. Yeah, that is pretty ridiculous. 33k net worth. Shigetsu 3, 6, and 7. Didn't have that sustain to stick in the fights, and the Shadow Fiend just rips right through him. So again, cybercats looking really good. I was wrong. Hold my hands up once again. PuckChamp, there was some signs of life in there though. So if they can get a better performance, there's no reason they can't push it through to a 3-game series. But at the minute, cybercats completely in control of this series with the first game win, and they are going to have the mantle going into game number 2. So that is going to be it for game number 1, guys. But we do have at least one more game to come in this series. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.